Once upon a time, in a small American town named Ravenswood, there was a chilling tale that had been passed down through generations. It was said that every year, on the night of October 31st, when the moon hung low and the wind whispered through the ancient trees, the town would be visited by an otherworldly presence. The legend began many years ago when Ravenswood was just a fledgling settlement. The townsfolk, seeking a new beginning, had chosen this remote location surrounded by dense forests and mist-covered mountains. Little did they know, the land they had settled upon held a dark secret. The first incident occurred during the town's inaugural Halloween celebration. The air was thick with anticipation as children adorned in costumes roamed the streets, laughter echoing through the night. However, as the clock struck midnight, the jovial atmosphere took a sinister turn. Residents reported hearing faint whispers emanating from the shadows. Whispers that spoke of forgotten sins, buried secrets, and long-lost regrets. Some claimed to see ghostly figures moving in the periphery of their vision, disappearing as soon as they turned to look. The townspeople dismissed these accounts as mere Halloween pranks, attributing the eerie occurrences to overactive imaginations. As the years passed, the whispers persisted, growing more insistent with each passing Halloween. Some believed it was the restless spirits of those who had settled the land before them, seeking justice for past transgressions. Others thought it was an ancient curse that had been awakened by the town's presence. One fateful Halloween night, a group of adventurous teenagers decided to investigate the mysterious occurrences. Armed with flashlights and a collective sense of bravado, they ventured into the heart of the surrounding woods. Unbeknownst to them, they were about to uncover the darkest secret Ravenswood held. As the group delved deeper into the forest, the atmosphere grew increasingly oppressive. The air was filled with an unnatural stillness, and the distant echoes of their footsteps were swallowed by the suffocating silence. Strange symbols etched into the ancient trees hinted at an ancient ritual that had taken place in those woods centuries ago. As they reached the heart of the forest, a clearing shrouded in an otherworldly mist, the teenagers discovered an ancient, dilapidated mansion. Its facade was weathered, windows shattered, and the air around it carried an unsettling energy. Drawn by an inexplicable force, they cautiously entered the mansion, unaware of the horrors that awaited them within. The mansion seemed to defy the laws of time. Each creaking floorboard and rustling curtain hinted at the presence of unseen entities. The air was thick with the scent of decay, and strange symbols adorned the walls. The group stumbled upon a hidden chamber in the depths of the mansion, revealing a forgotten altar surrounded by remnants of a dark ritual. Inscribed on the altar were the words of an ancient incantation that, when spoken aloud, would supposedly open a gateway between the living and the dead. Against their better judgment, the teenagers recited the incantation, unknowingly unleashing a malevolent force that had been dormant for centuries. As the words echoed through the mansion, the air grew colder, and an otherworldly wail reverberated through the walls. Shadows danced along the corridor, and the atmosphere became suffused with an ominous energy. The group, paralyzed with fear, witnessed the manifestation of spectral figures emerging from the shadows. These ghosts, tormented souls trapped between the realms of the living and the dead, spoke of an ancient pact made by the town's founders. In their pursuit of wealth and power, the settlers had made a deal with a malevolent entity that promised prosperity in exchange for the souls of the town's inhabitants. The curse, long forgotten by the townspeople, was now awakened, and the entity sought to claim its due. The group, chosen by fate, became the unwitting conduits for the malevolent force. The spirits, bound by the curse, compelled the teenagers to carry out a series of dark rituals that would complete the pact and seal the town's fate. As the group succumbed to the supernatural influence, their actions became increasingly erratic and disturbing. The townspeople, unaware of the impending doom, continued their Halloween festivities, oblivious to the unfolding nightmare that awaited them. As the clock struck midnight on Halloween, the ancient ritual reached its climax. The town was engulfed in an otherworldly darkness, and the malevolent entity, now fully unleashed, swept through the streets, claiming the souls of the unsuspecting townspeople. The once vibrant community was now a desolate ghost town, forever cursed by the sins of its past. In the aftermath, Ravenswood became a cautionary tale, a forsaken place shrouded in darkness. The legend of that Halloween night lingered, passed down through generations as a chilling reminder of the consequences that awaited those who dared to awaken the shadows that lurk in the forgotten corners of the world. And so, every year on the night of October 31st, the whispers in the shadows continue, echoing the tormented souls of Ravenswood, a town forever haunted by its dark history. Story 2. Once upon a time, in the quiet town of Ravenswood, nestled between the rolling hills and dense forests of New England, there existed a house shrouded in mystery. Its history, like the pages of an ancient tome, whispered tales of tragedy and despair. The locals knew it as the Holloway Mansion, a grand estate that stood as both a testament to opulence and a haunting reminder of the past. The story begins with the Holloway family, prosperous landowners who built the mansion in the late 19th century. Elijah Holloway, a shrewd businessman, sought to establish a legacy that would endure through generations. However, his ambitions came at a cost, as whispers of dubious dealings surrounded the family. Elijah's wife, Eleanor, was a delicate soul trapped in the gilded cage of societal expectations. The opulent parties and grandeur of the mansion masked the sorrow that clung to her like a specter. As the years passed, a darkness settled over the estate, and rumors of a tragic incident involving the Holloway children began to circulate. One stormy night, with lightning slashing across the sky like celestial blades, tragedy struck the Holloway mansion. The details of that fateful night remained obscured by the passage of time, but the townsfolk spoke of a malevolent force that had claimed the lives of the Holloway children. The mansion, once a beacon of prosperity, became a somber monument to sorrow. Generations passed, and Ravenswood evolved, but the Holloway mansion remained frozen in time. It stood abandoned, a decaying relic haunted by the echoes of its past. Locals spoke of eerie apparitions and ghostly wails that emanated from the mansion, warning trespassers to stay away. The tale took an unexpected turn when a renowned paranormal investigator, Drive. Emily Sinclair, arrived in Ravenswood. Drawn to the enigma of the Holloway mansion, she sought answers to the mysteries that clung to its dilapidated walls. With her team of researchers, she embarked on a quest to unravel the truth hidden within the mansion's dark corridors. As Dr. Sinclair delved into the mansion's history, she unearthed long-buried secrets. The ghosts of the Holloway children, trapped in a limbo between the living and the afterlife, yearned for resolution. Their spectral voices echoed through the halls, pleading for release from the shackles of the past. The investigator's journey led her to the heart of the mansion, where she encountered the tormented spirits of Elijah and Eleanor Holloway. The couple, unable to find peace, clung to the remnants of their former lives. The mansion had become a purgatory for the Holloways, a place where the sins of the past bound them to an eternity of suffering. Driven by empathy and a desire to bring closure to the tormented souls, Drive. Sinclair delved into the supernatural realm. With each revelation, the boundary between the living and the dead blurred, and the mansion itself seemed to come alive with spectral energy. In a climactic confrontation, Drive. Sinclair confronted the malevolent force that held the Holloway family in its grasp. The ethereal battle unfolded across the mansion's grand ballroom, where the past and present collided in a whirlwind of spectral energy. The spirits of the Holloway children, guided by Dr. Sinclair's unwavering determination, overcame the malevolence that had bound them for so long. As the ghostly tempest subsided, the mansion's once foreboding atmosphere lifted. The Holloway family's spirits, finally freed from the chains of their tragic past, ascended into the afterlife, leaving behind a sense of serenity. Ravenswood, too, felt the weight of history lift from its shoulders. The tale of the Holloway mansion, once a cautionary legend, transformed into a story of redemption and release. Dr. Sinclair, having witnessed the transcendence of the supernatural, bid farewell to Ravenswood, leaving the town with a newfound sense of hope and closure. Yet, as the shadows of the forgotten dispersed, a faint whisper lingered in the air, reminding those who dared to listen that even in the most haunted corners of history, there existed the potential for redemption and peace. The Holloway Mansion, now a relic of the past, stood as a testament to the enduring power of love and the resilience of the human spirit.